What is going on, and welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we take charge of Slovan Liberec for the first time this year. It is the last two league games of the regular season before we go into the relegation championship separation group thing. So we need, hopefully, 2 victories to give us a little bit of, a bit of something to get us into the next part of the league without being overly worried about our chances of getting relegated. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and comment, subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So one thing I did actually forget to show you in the last episode when we took over at Slovan Liberec was our contract. We're on 2,600 a week until June 2027. So we have ourselves a nice little bit of time to get everything in order. Have a bit of cash money. It's our first game in charge in the Czech Republic. We're playing against 11th, who we could actually still jump ahead of in the league if everything goes according to plan. But we are playing 5th in the league in the second part, so I'm not expecting everything to go perfectly. I don't actually have an assistant manager at the moment, and there's an awful lot of things they want me to not do. Interesting. Well, they're playing with a target forward. We aren't. I think this is how we're going to line up. Like I said in the last episode, I think for today's game at least, this is the way we're going to be playing, with Holek in goal, Mikula, Panak, Salimi, and Madu as our back four, Tischler and Vasco in central midfield, Sipek, Isik and Drazik behind Chori up front as our pressing forward. Hopefully we can push on. We've only made one change from the last game. The last game which didn't end fantastically well. We're all sick and tired of getting bad results, so go out there and change that starting now. Okay, nobody cares. To be fair, players not massive fans of me, so the fact that we've got 3 of our players inspired and motivated is a good start. Ostrava have 3 wins from their last 5. We have none. 2 draws. 2 draws from our last 5. Just going to check about a bit of positivity. Not a great start, seeing as how... Oh, who was it? Panak got a touch on that to send it back to the goalkeeper. So the first attack, we've survived. Drazik back to Madu. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to these players. I'm not overly worried because I imagine a lot of them are going to be gone. Drazik has his shot blocked by Carflat. Who did that go to? Chori at the back post. Couldn't get it past their goalkeeper. So unfortunately, our first highlight, well, our first shot ends with goalkeeper quite comfortably picking it up. That's a nice ball for Panak. Finds Tischler. Mikula finds Sipek. Tischler goes all the way to the back post. Drazek couldn't get there before it was beyond taking a shot. Madu. Isik with his second goal. Chori with the assist. Are we gonna win the league? We can't win the league, but are we gonna win the league next season? Chori, beautiful pass to Isik. Chori, I think he plays with his back to goal. I imagine he does, because no, he doesn't. Most target forwards, or guys that are better as target forwards, have the plays with back to goal. Oh, surely Milan Duric was offside. I fiddled with corner routines. Did I do it with... I did. So they've just instantly realised that back post is the way to go, or they've been doing it all season. We haven't played them, so we have no idea. This is our first game. Banik Ostrava having a slightly poor season as well, seeing as though they're sitting 11th. I would say Opava will be a fairly easy game in the relegation playoff. I was having a look at the results. They got a draw off us the last time we played them. So I'm not sitting here going, we're going to guaranteed 3 points out of that game. I feel like already, that wasn't a great pass. Maybe saying we were going to win the league next season might have been a little bit premature. Maybe. Because we're not having the best of the ball so far. We did take the lead, but we've not done a huge amount since. Chori picks it up, finds Sipek, is literally by himself, finds Chori, Tischler, Isik, back to Tischler, Isik, sends it back to Panak, Isik, Drazic was offside. Okay, Tischler's having a poor game. It's just interesting because I would have thought that he would have been a nailed on consistent player, but obviously I have no idea what I'm talking about. Drazic finds Chori at the back post, but unfortunately he can't do the same thing that the Banik Ostrava player did, and he puts it behind. Proud of your efforts, keep going. Okay. We can only have 3 substitutes in this league, so I do need to be wary of that. Isik is inspired and motivated again. Who do I have on the bench that can come on for Tisler when the time is upon us? Could potentially bring Kral, Kostradonov, or even Milan Muller, who's not really a Mazzella. This is fine. We'll leave it as is for right now. Tischler. Isik could move back to play as the box-to-box. Fasco moves over to play as the Mazzella, and then we bring on someone to play as the attacking midfielder. We do have a decent amount of rotational movement in the team. Thankfully, though, Masuba does absolutely smash that one over the bar. Our right back, Makula, isn't having a fantastic time. Or to be fair, the right side of our team, like this triangle, not having a great time. Absolutely not having a great time. Alright, it is time. We should probably make a substitution. I'm gonna do this. Tischler's gonna come off for Kral. Are you able to be a decent passing? Decent. Yeah, I trust him. I trust him to do it. Do we have... Okay. Svoboda is our only other centre back, so I don't really want to bring him on. I'm going to bring on Milan Muller, who's not much of a wing back, but this is fine. We've one more substitution that we can make when the time comes. I'm not looking forward to playing Jablanek, seeing as though they're beating, was it Karvina? 4-0. Gives us a bit of encouragement. Muller isn't known for his wing play abilities, so I'm not going to put all my hopes and dreams on that. Madu, not a great first touch, but Drazic gets back to Madu. Kral! Thomas Kral came off the bench. Oh, I'm a tactical genius. Oh, Thomas Kral comes in. Nice little jog into the box. Just dinks it in. Fantastic. I encourage the players. So they're probably going to be a little bit disappointed. Kral passed the ball out to Madu. Whips it across. Can't find any of our players. And now Banik are on the break. Panak. Could you... Oh, Jesus, lads. Madzimil Madsen. Completely unmarked on the edge of the area. For some reason, that it was Panak. Yeah, Panak just ran down the wing alongside him instead of sticking a leg in. Come on, lads. Bit of encouragement. The game's actually been fairly tight. Interesting. Who do we have on the bench that could do anything? I'm going to take Drazic off for Borek. Play him as an attacking winger. Because why not? Yeah. I would like a victory. Also, would prefer not to lose. Madhu has a throw. Finds Salimi. Panak. Isik. Isik forward to Borek. Chori gets dispossessed. Nobody is there. So the keepers come out to pick it up. Holek finds Panak. Gets forward to Kral. Chori. Sipek. Chori back out to Mueller. Kral is true. Oh, I was so close to throw my hands up in the air and be like, woohoo! Kral with the corner. Whips it in. Looked like he was just throwing it into the area of uncertainty, hoping that somebody was going to get onto the end of it. Unfortunately, couldn't. Right, bit of encouragement. It'd be nice if we could get the victory. Not, like I said, not going to be overly disappointed if we don't. It's fine. A draw against Ostrava. I'll take it. If you look at the numbers, we should have won that. So, despite the result, trust the process. We'll be successful if we keep that up. Players are happy. I'm happy. Kral starts the next match. No doubt about it. Kral will be in the attacking midfield position for the next one. So, hang on tight. We'll be back for that in just a second. Right, fellas. So it is time for the final game of the regular season. A victory for us and a defeat for Bohemians could actually have us finish 12th. But we do need results to go our way today, because otherwise we could finish as low as 15th. In theory. Yeah, things would need to go very wrong. I am expecting us to struggle in this one. I'm just gonna take my assistant. I don't actually know who's doing my. Don't know who I've set to take over as the one that gives me advice. I think. Is that a goalkeeping coach or something? We're making 2 changes for today's game. Tischler picked up a slight knock, so he's not available for today. So Kral takes his place, and Mikula, after playing so poorly in the last game, is going to sit this one out, and Muller is going to start at right back, even though we've already looked at his attributes. He's not a right back. He's not the worst player. I'm going to thrash our arms and say we owe them. I've motivated them. I'm going to try and motivate everybody. We've motivated a good portion. Isik is going to move back to play in central midfield. I'm just going to send whoever that was off to do the press conference. We've now had 3 draws, 2 defeats in our last 5. Yeah, it's going to be a hard game. We're going to play positive. We're playing positive. We're hoping that we can do something. This is a home game, so I want us to be able to. Oh, that was Panak just kind of ran straight past the ball. Ball rolled in front of his feet, and he just was like, "Nah." And Klima, whatever his name is, put the ball over from his header. We've started another highlight with a throw, and Panak decided to run forward, and I went, maybe not. Sipek gets it across to Muller, brings back in Sipek, Fasco, Isik, Drazic. It's been booted clear, but Salimi is there to Salimi is there to pick it up. Drazic, Isik, Kral, Chori, Sipek. We've taken the lead again. Oh. This was actually very beautiful, intricate build-up play. Chori finds Fasco. Fasco finds Sipek. Sipek thinks the goalkeeper. So this is fine. Everything's acceptable at the moment. Salimi is captain for today because the two captains aren't in the first 11. I don't actually know. I can't remember who my captains are. I know they don't like me. So I suppose that's an important factor. Muller's throw finds Kral. Back to Muller. Fasco. Isik. Sipek. Isik is actually quite a handy player to have because he is very creative. Panak finds Muller. Fasco. Isik finds Fasco. Gets it all the way across to Madu. Whips it a big cross. Oh! Sipek, I think, might have been offside, but Kral puts it in the back of the net. Was Sipek offside? It's been given. Sipek was not offside. We are 2 up. Fantastic. Oh, and Sigma Olmuch are making it so that it's going to be more difficult for Bruno. He was well onside. Bruno needed to win their game and we needed to lose for us to drop below them. Everything's looking pretty good. We're going to give the lads a bit of praise. Half an hour in. I want the players to like me. So obviously I'm going to be like, hey lads, you're doing well. You're doing good football. Madu gets the ball out to Isik. Fasco. Chori. Back to Fasco. Sipek gets dispossessed, but Muller has picked it up. Drazic. He's put it wide. We are playing key highlights. For a second there, I was like, I feel like this is we're getting a lot of highlights. Both teams have over a 1xG already. Not bad. I have actually meant to mention I put Valenta on the bench because he's actually scored a lot of goals. I didn't realise. I was just looking at attributes, not realising how form had been going. What a first 45 minutes that was. You've blown them away. You've blown them away, lads. Start the second half. I'm not going to make any changes right now. We're just going to keep an eye on Drazic, who's been somewhat poor so far. But at the same time, I'm not going to force players. I'm not going to pull players off straight away. I know I'm like a level of discipline is like the highest stat for me. But I do want to like get the players on side. You know, if things start changing and we're looking like we're going to get shit stomped, then we're going to start making changes. As it is right now, we're an hour in. We're doing fine. We could swap to, as I said, we could swap the 2 wingers to the opposite side and have them just play as wingers. And maybe bring Valenta on to play as a striker, because Chori hasn't been exceptional so far. Isik's actually not playing as well as I would have hoped, seeing as how he was quite good in the first game. He's just kind of bringing back a small bit, not as good. We are going to make a change. Drazic is going to come off for Borek. Borek is going to be, let's put him a winger in support. Just pull him back. Just pull the two wingers back just a smidge. Madu, come back on support as well. Just everyone come back a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Just actually, which one would be? He's got 3.5 star up here. 3 star here. Okay. You're leaving. You're not. Who was I taking off again? Isik. You want to be a Mazzella though. So it's going to put Fasco over to be the box to box. Just those 2 changes just to freshen up one of the wide positions and a central midfielder. Just give everyone a little bit of, just relax. Everything's calm. Everything's cool. Don't worry, baby. We got this. It's all good. Muller with a throw finds Kral. Back to Muller. Big ball across, and was that I didn't even see what happened. Borek It's like... Yeah, penalty awarded. I don't actually know who's our penalty taker. I'm guessing it'd be Chori, no, Panak, or centre back, straight at the goalkeeper. Is that going to affect his rating much? If we go to lose this game now, or if we draw. Oh, Jesus. A penalty at one end leads to a penalty at the other. Helmer. Yeah, of course penalties awarded. Come on, Holech. Holech. Oh, he can't stop it. Jeremy Helmer scores. Squeaky bum time now for the final 4 minutes. We're not going to change anything. Unless we have to. So back all the way back to Tommy. Salimi heads it clear. Borek finds Madu. Fasco. Chori. Kral. Beautiful ball out to Sipek. Whips it across. Chori. Oh, he's headed just over. I think it is time to make a change. Our two centre backs are not having the best games, but my other option is 18 years old. So we're not going to do that. We're going to bring Valenta on, put him as an advanced forward, just see if maybe an advanced forward makes a difference. We have 3 minutes to finish, and we'll get a victory over Jablek. Jablonec. Fantastic, lads. Close fought rivalry. Well done. That was delightful. Well done, lads. You've managed to win a game. Our second game in charge. Our first victory. We've had 1 win, 1 draw. I'll take that. That is much better than I was expecting after this game, especially since we won the game that I had kind of put aside as an absolute trouncing. So that result puts us to 12th. And now I have no idea what happens with the relegation group thing. So, relegation group drawn. It is just the 5. Okay, so Opava already sitting in a guaranteed playoff position. But we could still drop as low as... We could still drop into the playoffs. We don't want that. We do not want that at all. So that ends our... We were on a run as well. We hadn't won in like 6. Was it 6 or was it 8? We hadn't won in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Hadn't won in 10. And the last game of this group is obviously against Banak Ostrava, who are potentially going to be the team that will stop us from winning the relegation group. But that is going to be the next episode. We're probably just going to play through the majority of these. They're not for another week or 2. 8 days. 8 days. So we will be back in the next episode to take on the relegation group. If you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. And of course, I will see you in the next one.